Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa. This is Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, rumours, noise, murmurings, incomings and outgoings. And we're going to be talking about somebody being dissolved on this episode. Right. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you are subscribing. Get on the journey. We're well into our 26,000 marker. We're in there. We're edging towards 27k now. So get on the journey with us. Enjoy the season. Enjoy the content. Big things are coming this season, content-wise for me. So you are all going to absolutely love it. And hit that like button. We are linked with a player. Yes, we are linked with a player. Let's get excited and comment your thoughts on everything that I discuss on this episode. So we are linked with a very, very good player. We are linked with a player that really, really excites me, Evann Guessand, who plays for Nice. And the reports are coming from Reluctant Nico. And we have got the following. Aston Villa have joined the chase for Nice striker Evan Guessand. They are prepared to outbid Crystal Palace. So, looks like Eze is going. This would be the replacement. Villa prepared to outbid. And he's a X-Factor player. He reminds me of a little bit of Bertrand Traoré 2.0. Bertrand was a good player, guys. He was a very, very good, talented player. Did we get the best out of him? Probably not. But he was very good, very skillful. And Guessand is exactly the same. Not as flair. Guessand's got more power. He's got more aggression to his game. But why I see similarities is when he gets the ball and he starts rolling. He's got a bit of a McGinn roll in him, but more of a skillful, silky roll. Breezes past players, acceleration, he's so quick, dribbling, quick feet. Remember when, I'm going to talk a bit like Traoré, because remember when Traoré used to just cut in, chop out. He's got that chop in, chop out nature about his game. Stats are very good, goal scorer, assists, can play as a striker, can play on the left, can play on the right as well, which is very important, which is where I see Guessand playing for Aston Villa. If this is where we are going to go in this transfer market. So he's a player that excites me. Quick, powerful, dynamic, off the cuff, can create a bit of something out of nothing. Outside of the foot, can just whip across him from anywhere. So a fantastic player to be linked with. And it, from what we can see, it looks like there's generally something actually in this one. So that is pleasing to see. So what we're going to do is going to go and look at the player profile. Earl has done us some graphics, which are going to open everybody's eyes. And you're going to spot something that is mind-blowing. But we'll have a look. So we'll have a look at the player profile first. So we are 24 years of age, just turned 24, 6'1". We are a forward and we are nationality Ivory Coast. We have been involved in the French youth setup as well. We've got an attacking rating of 73. Last season, he had a SOFA score rating, which is what we want to see, 7.23. And you can see predominantly on that right-hand side, but also sparse areas on the left and also good areas within the 18-yard box. Played 33, started 30, averaged 78 minutes a game, scored 12 goals, and he got 8 assists. Passing accuracy, 77%. Own half, 89. Opposition, 68. We've got ball recoveries per game, 3, which is nice. Tackles per game, 1.3. Successful dribbles, 51%, which is absolutely remarkable numbers. You know, he's over half there. We've got 47% of his duels are won, 48% ground duels, 45% aerials, and he's had a really good season. If we have a little look at competitions he's playing in, so he's playing in the Europa League 24-25. Sofa score 6.81. He scored 1 goal and he got no assists in the Europa League. And he only started 3 of those games out of 7, playing majority of the time on that left-hand side. So let's just have a little look at some of his other numbers then. So we've got 23-24 season for Nice, 7 goals, no assists. And then we've got, what team's that? I'm not sure what team that is. We've got 5 goals, 2 assists. And then the season before, we've got 1 and 2, 7 and 3. So last season was a real standout season for him, which is pleasing to see that there's a player there that's coming off the back of having a really good season. Now, we're going to have a look at his actual map of where his game spans out to. And this is courtesy of Earl. So we can see we are very dense, and this is what we want from this graphic. We want it to spread out as much as we can, which will showcase that he's very good in a lot of areas. So non-penalty goals per 90. We've got a nice spike at the top. Non-penalty XG per 90 is above 75. We've got shots above 75. We've also got progressive carries really good, shots on target good, progressive carry distance good. So a lot of his good work is creative. There's some numbers there. We are proactive. We are a volume shooter. We're getting shots off, which again is something that we really want to see. Now, if we compare him to Leon Bailey, we're in different leagues. So we're in League 1 here, and then we're in the Premier League. We can see Bailey's in the red and Guessand is in the dark grey. And we can see that we've got better non-penalty goals per 90. And we are spreading out further into the assists area as well. And then if we compare him to Marlon, which I think is not really as fair to do, because I think Marlon is very much, we know what Marlon is. We are getting drive, aggression, to the point, shooting, very direct. So I think this shows Marlon in a really good light, that this is what Marlon is. Whereas we've seen from Guessand that he can do a lot more. The dribbles are more. There's more progressive carries in there as well. There's more assists in there. So I think it's good to see them up against both sets of players as well, really, from a Villa point of view. Now, if we have a little look at his market value, we are at 25 million euros, which I feel like I'm quite good at this game. And the game is when you look at a player and you see the player, what do you think he's worth? And without going into this website before I started, I went in and I went 25, and he's 25. So it's probably where I value him at, really. So 25, probably going to have to pay a bit more. I reckon it's saying 28 million euros, but I reckon you're not going to get him for like 19 million. It's probably going to be like 25, 26, 27 million pounds. But again, what we can see here, main position, centre forward, other positions, right winger, left winger, versatility, could spread across the front line, which would be music to Unai Emery's ears. We can see here that we played 16, 17, 18, 19 for the French youth setup. And then we've got 10 appearances and 1 goal for the Ivory Coast. If we have a little look at some of his other numbers here now, so we can see if we have a look at him, and I think this was important as well when I was having a look at this before I came on, but what players have we been linked with, and as a fan, not being linked with, but as a fan base wanted? We've wanted Semenyo. We've looked at Adeyemi. I thought Kevin Shard is a good option for Villa because his output, I think he's good. You've then got Orsolini, Matoma, Adeyemi, Gakpo. So the players that he's sort of similar to, he's in a good cusp of players there. If we have a little look at some of his other numbers here, so we've got the non-penalty goals. We're in the top 16%. Touches in the attacking penalty area, 4.99. Progressive passes received, 5.64. Tackles, 1.64. Aerials, 0.96. So he's a player that really excites me. My brother lives in Nice, and I actually quite like Nice as a team, to be honest. I like their kit as well. The stadium's amazing. So, yeah, they're a real cool club, and a player that I think we're crying out for someone like this, guys. Not going to lie. Like, we're absolutely crying out for him. Right, so we spoke earlier about someone being dissolved, and Dendoncker looks like he's about to be dissolved from Aston Villa. So from the same source, we've got the following. Actually, is it a different source? Yeah, different source. This is coming from Newsblad Sport, which I think must be a Belgium outlet, is reporting Aston Villa are expected to try and find an agreement with Leander Dendonckers around the end of August to dissolve his contract. The club would rather not do that as it would cost money, but there is no interest in the player. He's training with the under-21s. So Dendonckers getting dissolved, and this is something that I think his last resort from Villa. Do we want to pay him off? No. But if we can't get rid of him, no one wants to buy him. He's on 90k a week. Let's probably take a hit rather than paying the long game and still paying him 90 grand a week and move him on. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that we've probably got to this position. I imagine we've tried our best to find him clubs. We've gave him a loan spell last year, and he actually did quite well there. But he's got no future at Aston Villa. He's not even gone on the tour. What does that say? I mean, there's got to be some breakdown in relationship if you've not actually even gone on the tour. I mean, we've got players that apparently we want to sell, like Buendia, etc., and he's still gone. So I think it's one of those we're going to look to try and just get rid. What I found it funny as well, I've just started watching Breaking Bad as well, and it's all about, like, I don't know, like chemistry and stuff, like the potions and that. And I thought it's quite weird the next day that I ain't done it again, have I? When I do stuff like this and think and watch stuff and stuff, and then the next day run about Dendoncker getting dissolved. I don't know, guys. There's something weird going on with me at the minute. Right, anyway, the Sun are reporting that Ollie Watkins keen on cut price Man United move as Newcastle take lead in Sesko race. Am I a bit concerned if Man United don't get Sesko? I'll ask you the same question. If Newcastle get Sesko, Isak goes to Liverpool, what do Man United do? Now, we know that they were interested in Sesko and Watkins, and they chose to go all in on Sesko. But they haven't bid for Sesko. Now, will they save face and just go, we'll walk away and we'll wait until a better one comes? Or do they go, no, actually, we wanted Watkins anyway. Watkins was always our first choice, blah, 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 blah. So it is a bit frustrating that this striker situation isn't being sorted out at Man United. But I think we just got to just ride the window and see what happens there. But I still think Watkins will stay. But until Man United, a club that have been in for him, get a striker, I think we're always going to be in the position where we think, are they still going to go there? But, I totally get the whole, why would he leave Villa to go to Man United? But it's Man United. It's Man United. Players go there. Why did Cunha go there? Why did Umbramo go there? Yeah, there might be fans. Why do all these players go there? Because it's Man United and their global appeal of what they'll do to the brand of the player is sort of astronomical. So, yeah, frustrating, but we're just going to have to see. But I think with the clock ticking, it's going to be interesting to see who Sesko picks. I would imagine he'd pick Man United, but we don't know if Man United can stump up with the money, do we? So that's the news regarding Villa today. If there's any other news, then I'll be back and let you know. There was nothing yesterday, so we had a bit of a day off. So yeah, we'll be back when we hear of anything else. But let me know. Nice little transfer hub for you. Like I say, if you've got this far, make sure you're supporting the channel. Subscribe, smash the likes, comment your thoughts. Up the Villa.